Welcome back. All right, just the one game tonight. So there's 9 tomorrow, and then there's 4 on Friday, and then I think 14 on Saturday. It's the NHL schedule. What are you gonna do? Anyways, so Flyers and Capitals. These are two teams that are going in very opposite directions. And the Capitals, after losing their first game, have been very impressive. The Flyers, since winning their first game, less so. Fedotov versus Thompson in this one. I'm just going to say it. I think at this point the Flyers should call up Kolosov and give him a look. Nothing against Fedotov, but at some point I think you give Kolosov at least a look, give him a game or two. So early jump for Philly. Caps are not giving a path to the net, and that is the storyline from this one. We did end up with 54 shots somehow, but both defenses pretty solid at points of this game. Caps had the only shot on net at 2.5 minutes. Very quiet first few minutes for scoring chances. Ovechkin tips one wide, the Flyers clear. Sandin fires one wide, and then a point shot is deflected in by Radish at 4 minutes and 50 seconds. McElrath and Sandin with the assists. So for Taylor Radish, he's had a good start to the season. He had a rough season last year in Chicago, but it's nice to see him bouncing back and making it 1-0 Capitals. That was the 5th shot on net. Flyers had none at this point in the game. Flyers draw a power play. There's an early clear. The Caps prevent a setup. Frost has a screenshot that's held. Power play's killed off. 1 shot on net for the power play. Flyers press after it's done. The Caps block. No path to the net yet again. Caps press at 9 minutes. The Flyers, they're blocking their net. So it's really a back and forth of guys blocking shots. Strome to Ovechkin gets blocked out. The game, low event hockey to this point. It does not stay that way, of course. Zone time for the Caps, but again, can you get to the net? No, not really. Both teams getting frustrated with the lack of chances. Darren Pang saying that both teams were slamming the doors when they came over at the end of their shifts. Lapierre is a net feed that's blocked as the Caps press. The shots are only 6-1 for the Capitals with 4 minutes left. Then there's an arm save on Carlson. Rebounds cleared. Lawton has a net feed that's picked off, and things get kind of pushy because if you shoot the puck after the whistle, you're going to have some guys coming in and telling you not to do that. So after the first period, it's 1-0 for Washington. Second period, here comes the scoring. Early power play for the Flyers. There's an early clear. Philly ices the puck during their power play, so not ideal. Konechny has a shot that's blocked. There's a late press by the Flyers. Power play's killed off. And then the Caps, they rush and they score. Dowd, who had just come out of the box, he scores from Sandin at 2:49. What happened was the Flyers' power play came to an end. The guys who had been on the ice for that power play exhausted, and so the Caps clear it, and you end up getting the fresh player, the guy out of the box, to score the goal. Makes it 2-0 for the Washington Capitals. And then at 4:04, the score gets uglier for the Flyers. McMichael buries one on a breakaway. Dubois and McElrath with the assists, so now it's 3-0. The shots are 4-3 for the Flyers at 5 minutes, telling you that of the 3 shots that Washington had in that period to that point, 2 of them had gone in the net. Flyers press, there's near misses by Frost and Konechny. And then at 7:16, after a rush on what was only their 4th shot of the period and became their 3rd goal, McMichael tips in a point shot by Van Riemsdyk. Dubois with the other assist in that. So PL Dubois, pretty good tonight in terms of getting some points. Caps press for another. The Flyers, they press back. Capitals block. The Caps really clamping down in their own zone. They're up by 4, not giving much room for Philly, but things are going to start to change here. So things are punchy with 9:12 left. The Flyers come out of that with a power play. They cycle, or it's an early clear, and then there's another, and then Konechny from a sharp angle, he buries one. He catches Thompson cheating a bit. He scores that one from Michkov and Drysdale at 12:04. And this is something I'm going to be watching as the season unfolds. The Flyers' power play on the road is pretty good. At home, it isn't. And I'm going to see if that continues to be a thing. Flyers press with 6.5 minutes left. We get a power play for Washington. They cycle. Dubois is denied and close. Ovechkin has a shot that's blocked. It's cleared. Power play's killed off. The Caps press after, and then the Flyers, they get some pressure and they score. Tippett fires one pass to screen at 16:16. Forrester and Zamula with the assists on that one. So that makes it 4-2. Caps press for a response. Flyers get pinned down for a bit here. Frost then has a break, which ends up being saved by Thompson. He thought maybe it went in, and they celebrated as if it was a goal, but the puck did not go in the net. So the fans were excited that it wasn't actually a goal in that play. It never came close to crossing the line, actually. Flyers press with a minute and a half left, but they're down 4-2 after the second period. Third period, early power play for Washington. Early clear, Paling gets dinged on a shot block, and considering that Robert Thomas had his ankle shattered on a shot block against Pionk last night, I'm a little more nervous with guys doing these shot blocks. It's something that's in the current game of hockey that at times I think, you probably didn't have to block that puck. There are times where it feels like they're blocking shots that have missed the net anyways, but that's a whole other talk for a whole other time. Paling eventually hobbles off. The Flyers weren't happy they didn't get a whistle because they had the puck. Normally when a player's injured and your team gets the puck, they'll blow down the play and they'll let your player exit. So Cates blocks Karlsson's shot, and it was Karlsson's shot at 94 miles an hour, which hobbled Paling. Flyers do kill it, but they need ice packs. There were no shots that actually hit the net. They only hit their defenseman. Paling heads to the locker room for a bit. Hathaway's then denied on a rush. Things are pushy and punchy with the teams tired of each other because they played last night, playing tonight. And that's what happens. When it's back-to-backs, you're always going to get kind of a bit of an ugliness in that second game. I'm honestly surprised and disappointed the NHL doesn't do back-to-backs more often. So we get 2 minutes of 4-on-4 out of that. Frost has a net feed that's picked off. Michkov couldn't bury one during the delayed call. And Michkov in the second period didn't make Washington happy with trying a Michigan, and his stick was broken in half on the play. So that's how you defend against the Michigan. You slash the guy's stick in half. Anyways, so Michkov can't bury one during delayed call. The Flyers do come out with the power play. There's an early cycle, and then it's Michkov that gets the power play marker. He scores from Tippett and Drysdale at 6:36. Now, what's interesting is it was 1 second before the players who went to the box to make it 4-on-4 came back onto the ice. So it's technically a 4-on-3 power play goal. So the Caps then press to respond. Lawton has a net feed that's held as the Flyers are now looking for the tie. Radish has a shot that's held. There's some pushing on that. Farabee has a slot shot that gets blocked. Shots on net are 5-4 for Philadelphia with 8 minutes left. Frost is denied on a wraparound chance. Ovechkin and Protas are both denied as the Capitals then get some pressure. Wilson back checks Tippett on a rush and just ended him. That was something. He did it without crossing a line. So he bodies him while he's on a rush, which we don't see very often. And honestly, seeing it there, I was like, it's legal. And sure, if you can body check a guy down when he's got the puck, go for it. So 4:57 left. There's an offensive zone penalty by Frost. Not his best moment of the game. Pretty aggressive kill, though, by the Philadelphia Flyers, whose special teams tonight were quite good. I did struggle to get Philadelphia out. I don't know why. Ovechkin gets denied. The rebound's cleared. Power play's killed off. One shot on net. Goalie pull happens with 2.5 minutes left. And then a bad line change for the Flyers. A puck's left in the middle of the ice. And the defenseman coming on, I guess, didn't want to touch the puck because it could have been a too many men on the ice call. So Dubois like, I'll take it. And at 17:48, he scores to make it 5-3. So probably not the best tactic by the Philadelphia Flyers there. So the goalie pull happens again, and that gives Ovechkin a chance to get an empty netter from Strome at 18 minutes and 50 seconds. Ovechkin's now 39 goals behind Wayne Gretzky for the all-time goal lead. And then Lapierre mishandles one on a breakaway, as I thought we might get a 80s game. But no, we get the 9 goals instead. So a 6-3 win for Washington. They go to 5-1 on the season. The Flyers drop to 1-5-1 on the year. Shots on net, 6-3 Washington in the first, 17-9 Philly in the second, and 9 apiece in the third. Final shots 29-25 Philly. Power plays, Philadelphia goes 2 for 4 because they're not at home. Washington 0 for 3, and the hits 30-15 for Philadelphia. Fedotov, rough night for him. 19 saves on 23 shots. And I just wonder, like they were talking about certain ways that maybe the goalie coach could help him and everything. He is 27 though, and it can be difficult to get a goalie to change his style. There are some who've been able to do it quite well, but we'll see what happens there. Again, I'd give Kolosov a look. I don't think it hurts. And Logan Thompson at the other end, 26 saves on 29 shots. So very nearly a 900 save percentage for him tonight. And he's pretty good. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below regarding this game. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe in the event that you've not done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon.